Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and my friend Bob beside me. We are bringing to you another episode of FTB Beyond. This is episode 6, and today I hope... Hello Bob. You're a shepherd. Really? I'm not going to give you 3 emeralds for a pair of shears? Are you kidding me? 21 wool for an emerald? Maybe. Just chilling in my house, and you're standing on the table where I want to record. Can you move? Excellent. Last episode I got the smeltery underway. I have used the smeltery to make some obsidian, and I've been to the nether. So I've got about almost a stack and a half of nether quartz. Got some glowstone. Found this resonating crystal there, which is pretty cool. It's got 178% power left. I'm not sure how that works. It's not real strong or anything. I mean, you look at it 1.2% and pretty average if you ask me. I picked up some soul sand and some netherrack. But what I want to do is I want to get some cobalt and ardite. And I figured, let's get an obsidian sharpening kit. So that's just, get out of the way, pal. I made a stone sharpening kit, threw it over here. In here I've got some molten aluminum brass, which is copper and aluminum. We've got some blood in here. I pushed a whole husk, whatever they are, in here. We've got some obsidian still in there, but we've got some copper and iron, a few other bits and pieces that I've been working with. So I made a sharpening kit, and as you can see in here, oh, Bob, it's my room up there. Where are you going, buddy? Add it to my flint pickaxe, and we're going to get to the mining level of cobalt. Nice. So it still is... still flint. Yep, okay, buddy. It's still a flint tool. We really need some more space. Hey! Just carrying too much junk. I don't really need this, but I'll take it with me. Let's head back to the nether quickly. And then we'll get to hooking up this guy. I would like... What was that? Would have been a bee or something. I would like to come up with a better power system. I mean, we've got tons and tons of lava. Don't get me wrong, there is a massive amount of lava over there. And I plan on... The baddie over here somewhere. Under my house. Oh, where he is. Down there somewhere. I do plan on moving where that builder is mining. I mean, obviously on my map here, it's doing this little area. I plan on probably going over to about here, and then all the way over to here somewhere, and digging out all of that. Let's head down to where I set up the nether portal, which is down here. No, it must be the next one down. Not exactly, I must be here. No, down, there we go. Here it is. And we will get on through. Got a pretty good nether spawn actually. My starting area, as you can see here, no, it's in a cave. It's not open to the sky at all, which is fantastic. And there's a ton of quartz, and there's a ton of ardite, and a ton of cobalt. So yeah, how you doing, buddy? I'll take some cobalt. Just want a couple of bits, and I'll go back. And I think if I put some redstone on my pick, I wouldn't mind making cobalt pickhead, or at least the sharpening kit. Cobalt, bit of lag. It's under you anything? Just a little bit of cobalt. Thanks, chaps. And then we'll head back into the overworld. See you later. Bye now. Bye. I can probably slash home from the nether, I'm not sure. Let's go out here and I'm going to chuck all of that in there. Sure we can find a use for it. Our mate chilling on the farm. Right, that's melting. It's going to take a little while. We have tons and tons of lava. It's fantastic. Let's... Oh, you're going home, Bob. See ya. Thanks for coming. Shut the door. Go up and have a nap. Still haven't seen one of those embers guys. So still waiting to see one. Hopefully. At some point one will rock up. Hopefully it's not when I'm ill-equipped to handle them. So you ready yet? Almost there. So this episode, as I said, I'm going to get a draw controller. And I know I've done it before, but I'm going to just absolutely spam this area with draws. Pretty much. I think if I put the draw controller on top, I know I've got a pipe in the Future's Edge episode, but if I put the draw controller directly on top, I want to see if it works. That is my plan. Where am I going? Where am I going? I need a lever for that too. Ooh, look. Cobalt. Let's just make a sharpening kit. I mean, I could make an entire pickaxe head. I don't know whether I'd lose my efficiency. Let's just check out what we can do here. That's closing the door. If I put that and some flint, does that give me ardite? No, it doesn't. How do you get ardite? Ardite level pick. Let's just stop that for a minute. Demonic pickaxe head. Obsidian, diamond, cobalt. Ardite only gives the level of cobalt. Can cobalt mine ardite? Oh really? Things you learn. Things you learn. I can give him cobalt level. Whoa. Oh. That's interesting. Let's duck back so you can see I've been mining down here. I want home 3, which is where this one is. Obviously I've got that set a little bit high. Let's get rid of that. If we head back to the nether, now that I've got a cobalt level hammer. Let's see if we can mine ardite. Sure there was some ardite over here. Where did I see it? Some there. But I know there was some at ground level. I hear some. Can I mine this? Technically, yes. Oh yeah. 2 ardite. So I guess that means that we can kind of go to town and make Manellan, Mana, however you want to call it. I will need some blaze rods at some point too, because I'd like to make that auto light thing that I had on the hammer in the New Age pack. That's cool. We've got both ardite and cobalt. So we have the ability to make pretty much the best metal there is. Oh look, there is a way out. Ooh. Nice. Very cool. Alright, I do need a ton more quartz yet. Like, a silly amount of quartz, because I want to make an refined storage system. But for the start, or should we just? Oh, see, I don't really. Should I just go straight for the refined storage system? So just like bypass doing the drawers and just go all out, straight for the storage system. It's going to take a good amount of copper, good amount of quartz, and a fair bit of iron. But we've got a good amount of quartz now. We've got a few stacks, and this is helping. Every little piece counts, right? I don't have luck or anything on my tools. Wouldn't mind putting some redstone on them. That will make them run a lot quicker, and we'll be able to mine a lot faster. And I'm debating making a cobalt head, or because cobalt's quite quick. Making the cobalt head for the pickaxe. Actually, let's try this. Can I go home one? Oh yeah. Nice. So we got some cobalt, and we got some ardite, and we can make some this stuff, which gives insatiable mining speed of 7, mining speed of 12. So I can make a. Should I just make a pick? Should I just make the entire pickaxe head out of cobalt and be done with it? Let's give it a go. We'll see what its stats are when it's done. Shouldn't take a second. Cool. Let's go and check it out by attempting to place it on the actual tool. So if I put the tool in the head, we will go from, we will lose our crude 2. We've still got 2 modifiers on it, because does this one have leveling? It does have leveling. So it'll be cobalt level still. The speed will go up to 12.5. Our attack will go up, and our durability will go through the roof. That's it, I'm doing it. Too late, it's done. We now have a cobalt pickaxe, and I want to use a modifier. Let's do that the other way around. Make it a little bit quicker by putting 50 redstone on it. Nice. So I need to use it a lot more to level it up. So in the case of this, this is good. The insatiable trait, I believe, is to do with attack damage. So a sword made out of Manyalan is the best. Or is it obsidian, prismarine? The stuff. So it gives the insatiable. During combat, you deal more and more damage, but also consume more and more durability. So, cold-blooded if you deal increased damage to target's full health. So if I make a guard out of Manyalan, you get cold-blooded. Okay. Petramore? Tool loves stone. It literally wants to absorb it for durability. Okay. Does that mean it eats stone? So if I put that on my hammer, if I make a large... let's try this out. Oh, I've got too much in there. I wouldn't mind trying this out. I've never done this. I know I'm getting a little distracted. I haven't done what I had hoped to do yet, which was set up some sort of storage. Let's go aluminium brass. I don't have an ingot cast either, do I? Need a little bit more aluminium. Which I think is in here. Got another ingot. Cool. Need a brick or something. A brick. And that'll do for the moment. I go yoink, put the brick in, make an ingot cast, and then I've got 6 ingots of cobalt. Dump that out. One. It's going to take a little bit longer than I hoped. If I throw. It's Ardite, wasn't it? So we can get this done before it turns into Manyalan. Three. We should get this done. 4. It's almost night time again. 5. That's it. Cool. 6. Take that out. Put that in there. We'll put this down and in there. I'm gonna go and sleep. Actually, instead of sleeping, should I? No, let's just quickly have a nap while that stuff still melts. And then we might just do refined storage. We might just go for it straight from the start. No drawers, no barrels. Ardite. Let's throw this in here. Should be 1 ingot left in there. Cool. On the lookout. This should have petramore. Let's just throw it on the hammer. So hammer. Can I put it on? Does that not have a binding? Ah, that one doesn't have a binding. What am I doing? Alright, I'll perhaps do something else for this one. Maybe I can make it out of... I don't think the hammer, that handle has it. Wrong way. The handle, oh, the handle has petramore. Alright, let's... Silly me. I'm going to melt that down. But now what we need is a tough rod handle and then... Oh boy. Silly lens. What's in there? 6 nuggets. Can I give you some more of this? So copper. Might be enough. Throw that in. That'll melt. Alright, let's look at refined storage. At refined, here we go. First thing we're gonna, not a creative, first thing we're gonna need is a controller. It's gonna require silicon, machine casing, and this quartz enriched iron. So that's quartz enriched iron is just iron and quartz. We're gonna need some solderers, which are pistons and quartz. Alright, so we're gonna make a bunch of that quartz enriched iron up. And what I might do, we've got about 10 minutes of this episode left. Let's do this. Right, iron. I probably need to get more iron before I even consider this, because this is going to use a ton. I mean a ton of iron. So yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think we are going to have to go on a bit of a mining run before I even consider doing this. That's iron. You can go in there. Aluminium, nickel. Alright, so controllers require silicon. So silicon comes from either smelting of nether quartz, which I don't do, or will come from sag milling sand, so we can gonna have to make a sag mill. I don't think it comes from pulverizing sand. Just sag mill. So I'm gonna need to make a sag mill. We may not even get to start this episode. Let's see if this is melted. Molten ardite. Yep. Let's make the handle instead. I certainly need to go and get a lot more iron. Come on. If this does consume cobble or stone, as the case may be, this is a pretty nifty idea. So it lowers durability. I've got this. Let's just do it. What have I got to lose? Alright, I'm going to go and test this out. I need some more iron, so just give me a few minutes. We've got a few minutes of the episode left. I'm going to go do some mining, grab some iron, and when I come back, we'll get some refined storage underway. Back in a tick. Okay, I got a little bit of iron. There's some more processing over here. I'm actually struggling to find iron at the moment. It's a little bit funny. Got a bunch going, but really not finding a lot. Made myself a sag mill, just made like this. Machine chassis piston, some flint, machine chassis like this. And I threw a stack of sand in there and I got 40 silicon. Right, so what do we need for a basic RS system? We need Bob to get out of the way. I don't even know if that's Bob anymore, but so we need a controller. So we need at least 4 quartz enriched iron. We need at least 12. So let's make some of this stuff. Let's grab some quartz. Just start at the start. Let's make 12, right? And yes, we're going to need a lot more than that, but there's a machine casing. I need a diamond. There we go, 1 diamond. There's a controller. Next thing we're going to need is a grid. To get a grid, we're going to need a solderer. So as I said before, the solderer is 2 pistons and 6 quartz enriched iron. I'm going to need a little bit of wood. Let's grab a couple of them. Put some of that. Need some of that. Great. So let's turn that into this and then make just a couple of pistons. 4 is great. Do they need to be sticky? They need to be sticky. Do I have slime? Potentially not. Might be able to use rice though. I don't know if I've got enough rice. We can turn rice into slime balls, so to speak. How do I make slime balls? Just to get a little bit. Tar, slime balls, coagulated blood. That's 160. I've only got about 50 in there. Alright, I'm going to need to go and plant some rice and get some rice seeds going. Let's scare the villagers and break all this stuff. Right. Sorry, Bob and friends. I need your stuff here. There's a little bit more rice. So I believe we can make. No. There is a way of making it into. What's the use of rice? I know I've seen it as a slime ball. Rice dough, maybe? Yep. 4 rice dough and a bucket of water. It's going to give me 2. I need a little bit more rice. Probably bone meal would have been a smart thing to bring out here. Alright. Got no bones on. This is a bit of a hurdle. Somewhere in all this chart. Oh look, here's some rice. Cool. Stay outside, Bob. Two of them. I need a bucket of water, which my bucket should be in this chest. Oh, excuse me. Coming through. I knocked down the thing here. Use this water. Cool. Bucket of water. 4 ice daggers gives me slime balls. Let's make 2 of them. And then we want another 12 of them. Because I'm going to make 2 of these. There's a reason for 2. Right, so controller and these. Let's head on out here. I'm going to put the controller right next to this with an energy conduit. One controller, powering up, solder out, and these should work just as long as they're touching. Cool. So this is now using 3 RF a tick, basically. So I'm going to need a couple of things. One, we're going to need storage disks, which is just like this, silicon, quartz, iron, glass, and redstone. And the other thing we're going to need is probably an importer. So give me a second, so we don't run out of time in this episode. We've still got a couple of minutes left. I'll just knock together a few items that I need, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've made a few processors. They're all in a chest inside at the moment. I'm kind of running out of space, so I had to go mining again, which was fun. Something I need to make now is a disk drive, which is here, which is an advanced processor, a chest, and a machine case. The machine case you saw before. Advanced processor is a diamond in one of these solderers, and some silicon, which turns into printed silicon. So you're just putting, and this one here is printed basic, which is iron. And then we just need to go, oh, that's inside, so we need to put one of them, and then I need to run inside and get the diamond one. I need to actually make it. I thought I'd made one. Maybe not. Maybe I did not make them yet. Let's throw you on the ground. Inventory issues. Hopefully this storage system will fix all that in just a tick. So this will make a diamond advanced processor, I guess you call them. So the refined storage is very similar to applied energistics. Things are very similar, just a little bit more basic. It's a little bit more like applied energistics 1, in that there's no channels on cables and there's no stuff like that required. So this will get us a disk drive, and in here I already have set up in our little table here. I needed 1 more of these, and that'll get us 2 4K storage parts, which I will need to turn into drives. 1, 2, you just go somewhere over there. And to turn these, I think that's storage disks. I'm going to need a little bit more. I'm kind of running out. I'm going to make 1. I'm going to make 1 because I'm very low on iron, although I may have a little bit more iron in here. Ooh, I do. A little bit. I'm very low on iron. I got 9. I got enough for a little bit more. You can see. Gonna make some stone if I can. Up to alloys only. That'll get that out of my face for a minute. Let's take that one as well. Why not? So those 2, and then we need to make the grid. Is it night time? No, it's 11:20 AM. So I'm going to shut the door. We need to make the grid. So the grid requires a construction core and a destruction core and 2 improved processors. So improved processors are gold in the solderers. Destruction is a basic and a nether quartz. Construction is a basic and glowstone. So I should have that. I'm going to need... Let's just turn all these to that. I have a few things here. So let's make a grid. Yoo-hoo. And I needed one more thing. I needed some cable. And I need improve. What else did I need for the importer? So an importer requires a destruction and an improved destruction, as we learnt before. It's one of them. And that should enable me to make an importer. Probably going to need another chest as well, but that's beside the point. Let's head on out here. 5. I really just need to dump some stuff. I need... Just going to make a simple chest. Like so. Right. I'm getting very messy. So I'm going to put the chest here. I'm going to put my grid here, which gives us access to anything that's in here, which at the moment there is nothing. I'm going to get my disk drive. You know what? Disk drive can go here. 2 disks, which will allow us to put 8,000 items in. So it's 8K, 4,000 items per disk. We're going to need our importer on the chest. That should give us the ability to go yoink! Yikes! Let's take you out. I want to void some stuff. Not sure about voiding sand at the moment. Although I live in a desert. Probably not an issue. Put that back in. This is going to take a while. Let's take all that out of there. I really don't want that junk in there. Let's turn him back on. And we will see items very slowly coming into this system. It will be chewing power. And I will need to get some more power going in here. I'm going to need a bunch more generators or something a little bit different. That is chewing through power, but we are getting material. Awesome. Alright, I have pretty much gone over my allocated time that I set aside for these things. I'm going to get rid of all this junk that's in here. This is now running, it is running there, I guess. I'm going to say it's right here. And I guess the reason we had the bees in the system was because it ate the beehive. So there it goes. It is destroying everything in its wake. I'm turning it into dirt. Away it goes off across the land. Cool. Alright, I'm wrapping it up here. We have basic refined storage system. Like, I mean basic. I'm going to need more drives. I'm going to need some more storage. I'm going to need a bunch of other stuff. I have started looking into making this a little taller just by using seed cobble. But we have a quarry working. I'm going to turn that off because it's probably going to be full, and there goes all our power. I'm going to work on some more power in between episodes, maybe just these extra utilities ones, or I'll work out another way of getting some power. Culinary gens would be good. We did that in the direwolf pack. Got some farming up here. We could always hook up a culinary generator, set up a farm. We'll see how we go. Anyway, comments in the section below. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.